All right, so closed above Vega neutral, which I'm not really sure that's actually Vega neutral. It's a different calc, but 5608, that should leave 5600 acting as support and puts us fairly close to where the mean for the week should be, which should be around 5615. Significantly larger move than the market maker's estimated move of 35 basis points for today. And we see futures recovering back towards the long-term trend, but still about 30 bucks short of the reversal back up towards the all-time high test. Commodities pushing up today, but a massive drop in oil. So mostly in other energy sectors, agriculture, and precious metals. Dollar continued to fall steadily throughout the day. Dixie dropped 50 basis points, mostly against the euro and the pound, although it did fall fairly strongly against the yen and the yuan as well. Core 3 month and 1 month, both pretty flat on the day, actually. So not a lot of dispersion. And we did get some breadth, IWM and Dow, but most of the performance in tech, just not a lot of vol shorting to back it up. Forward yield on volatility picked up a little bit into the end of the day, but still remains negative. And the yield curve is starting to invert a little bit more with the 2 and 5 year positive on the day. We see a little bit of leverage picked up there, end of day into that pump on the USD JPY carry. Move pretty flat today, probably. Correlation still turning down rather sharply. Skew, no real change in tail risk hedging. 74.55% of the S&P over its 20-day moving average. And the correlation between VX contract in front and cash VIX seems pretty steady at about 96%. So still very positively correlated on volatility there. Fed fund futures, not a lot of change today, pricing in 0.82 cuts. If we go look at a sector breakdown, Apple pretty flat on the day. Most of the gains in tech, AMD, Nvidia, Netflix, and Google. Tesla did okay too. Consumer services moved up a little bit. Transportation was okay, but retail, trade, finance, health tech, mostly pretty flat. And performance of the Russell 2000. Yeah, this probably helped carry things a little bit, which is odd because rate expectations didn't really trim much. So Russell pushing higher is a little strange here, but it does have quite a bit of bullish positioning on it. On the daily on S&P, that does give us a breakout of the long-term trend at the end of the day there, and pushes us almost towards a retest of the all-time high up at 56.69.67. With the breakout above 5600, I would say that we should expect that test or a test slightly higher on trend before the end of the week. All right, I think that's it. Oh, people want to know about Fubo. So Fubo did pull back a little bit today, and it got some shorting after this morning's run, but it's still up substantially, 17% today, and 56% from its low. This is still putting a lot of pressure on the $2 sold positions and the $1.50 sold positions that have yet to close. If it does move sustainably above $2 or clears 250, it can start to squeeze those positions out and force the market maker along the underlying. Fubo candle on the daily looks beautiful. Yeah. I mean, it's still quite strong. And on the daily, the tips are just starting to cross over. So even though we peaked and pulled back, that doesn't mean it's not going to. That doesn't mean it's not going to move higher. The news for them was obviously still very good. They've had several earnings beats in a row that are not being accounted for in the current share price, in my opinion. So I think still quite a bit of room to move there, and quite a lot of volume on it today, almost 100 million. So that could just get spicier. 300% move tomorrow. Yeet, that'd be cool. We go to all-time highs tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe by Wednesday, before the Fed minutes drop. I think the Fed minutes are going to indicate that the Fed's not entirely ready to cut rates yet. And if that's the case, we can pump higher. So I think people right now are just betting that the dollar snaps back and supports all this leverage. I'm going all-time high tomorrow. Nice. Thanks for streaming, Greg. No problem. All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you are trying to sign up for the platform or anything, you can always contact us on the Discord or DM us if you don't want to share any information. I put the people who are trusted on the platform that you can message in the onboarding channel, and we'll probably have 1 or 2 more waves today. All right? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.